It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely. Crime 411. A child gets locked in a car and dies. But why did the father allegedly reject offers to break the window or call the tow truck locksmith? Well, Melissa Marquez is now on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Make sure to subscribe, click like, leave your comments, and definitely help us out and share this video now, all right? Melissa Marquez. How are you, all right?
I'm good. Actually, really good. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
It's Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday, and, you know, your show, Crime 411, check it out, YouTube, Facebook, crime411.org, the whole bit. You do great videos.
Thanks.
I appreciate what you do.
Thank you. I learned a lot from you, so thank you.
Yeah, too easy, too easy. But you brought up this story, and it caught my interest. Let's pull it up here real quick.
Yeah, this one's trending big time all over social media right now, and there's so many. I have so many questions about this myself because this doesn't make any sense. Family
of man charged in toddler's death was subject of abuse complaints. All right, so you know, there's too many ads on this one.
Don't you hate
just
that?
too many ads. All right, so here, let's break down the story.
All right.
All right. So, from what I understand, this took place earlier this week on Monday.
Yep.
All right. So on Monday, okay, they said that the kid was locked in a car of the father. Mm-hmm. Where was the car parked at?
You know what? They actually didn't say, but I believe, based on what I read in different articles, that I think it was in his driveway.
Okay.
But that's just my guess based on, what I've read.
Because one of the articles that I read, it just gives an address. It doesn't, it doesn't say if it's his place, if it's because the guy has a girlfriend now. He's not married to the mother, right?
And they had an
of
argument.
The child. Okay.
And she was on the phone for like 23 minutes waiting for an estimate from a locksmith at her house. So I'm assuming that he was at his house.
Okay.
And 23 minutes on the phone with the locksmith, and he said, the baby's fine. She's in the car and the air conditioner is on, so she's okay. There's no reason to break windows or whatever. And once he got a quote from the locksmith, he said, no, I'm not paying that. It's too much money.
While the kid's still locked in the car?
While the kid's still locked in the car, and he said, the air's on, she's fine.
Allegedly, he said all of this.
Allegedly.
Lawyer Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And he said, look, she's fine. She's in the car playing, and I'm not paying all that money for a locksmith. That's too much. No. Call a tow company and see how much they want. So that was the next step.
Like the tow truck people, they got the what do they call those when
Slim Jim?
The Slim Jims, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
Can you even use those on the new cars, though?
Some.
They don't have the locks to pull up anymore. It's like a button.
It's a technique.
Go ahead, explain, babe.
Babe, you want to tell us something?
Yeah, babe, what are you doing
First
on
of
the side
all,
over
why
there?
you look down at the ground when he said it? It's a technique.
It is, man.
All right, so he's not wanting to pay for someone to come in and unlock the car.
Correct.
Okay, according to
the
reports and statements.
The girlfriend said to police.
So what's happening now?
So at this point, there's different stories being told by different news outlets, right? So I don't know which one is true, and it's obviously we can only speculate because if there's different stories, we don't know. One outlet said that the police had been called at around 3:30, and when the police got there, that he told them the same thing, that the air conditioner was on in the car and that the baby was fine, that they offered to call a locksmith and a tow company, and again, he said no because he didn't want to have to pay for that. That they had offered to break the window to get the baby out, and he said no because he didn't have the money to fix the window. And that particular media outlet said that the police could see that the baby was breathing, so they didn't feel that there was any reason to break the window, that they thought she was fine. Other media outlets, let me get back to that actually. And so that media outlet said that the father told the police officers he just needed to call his brother and then called his brother while police were there and said, I need mom's car insurance information or whatever. I don't know what he was planning to do with that. Maybe to see if he had some sort of roadside assistance that would come and help. Another media outlet reported that he called his brother before the police were there. And his brother said that...
And this kid's a toddler.
1-year-old girl. Yeah.
Okay.
1-year-old little baby girl.
Now, real quick, though,
Yeah.
Child Protection Services are no stranger to this family.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, reports do state that CPS investigated 5 allegations of possible abuse at the family of the girl.
Was it on the father's side, and did they say that they found anything to...
No, each of the allegations was found, what's it called?
They dismissed?
Yeah.
Unfounded.
Unsubstantiated.
Unsubstantiated.
Oh, that's different. Unsubstantiated and unfounded are two different things.
What are the differences?
They use the term unsubstantiated usually.
Right.
Unfounded is just a word that I said.
Okay. All right.
But if it's unsubstantiated, that means there's a possibility. If it's unfounded, that means they investigated and found it to be not true.
Yeah.
Unsubstantiated
I
means
am
they
not
didn't
aware
have
of any
enough
distinction,
evidence.
Yeah.
legally speaking.
Unsubstantiated.
When you
Right.
do investigations for SIPIT,
Right.
there's boxes and it says unfounded means they investigated and nothing's wrong.
Nothing wrong.
And then if it's unsubstantiated, it means it's still a possibility, but there was no proof to support the allegation.
Right. They didn't have enough evidence to move forward with that.
So how long was this kid in the car now for?
That's a great question. So this is what's interesting to me. There are reports from neighbors of the father that they said that the baby had been out there for a few hours and that police had been out there for a few hours, and he would not give the police the permission to break the window, and they said they couldn't do it without getting permission from the sergeant, which is why I had asked earlier, do you need permission to break the window from the sergeant? The other aspect of that is that that went completely against the police report, which said that they didn't get there until 3:30. Here's the really interesting thing, though. The baby, when they finally did break the window and get her out, her body was already in rigor mortis. And that takes about an hour or two for that to happen after someone passes away. So she had to be in there longer than an hour.
Do you think, is there a speculation that this child was dead already and then put in the car to be made an excuse that the child was locked in the car?
There is a rumor, and I don't particularly even want to put it out there because I don't know if it's true
Well,
that
then
may
don't.
be the case, but I'm not going to put out what the rumor is.
All right, what's the rumor, though?
I'm not going to put it out.
Well, I just wanted to know.
I'll tell you after the show. No, really, I don't want to put rumors out about somebody that may not be true because you're talking about somebody's life and
Okay.
out of
All right.
respect for the
All right.
for the family.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood.
But there are rumors that may have been the case, but I don't know.
Was the baby left in the car or put in the car?
She was in the car and he was fighting with her mother and he shut the door and allegedly left the keys in the car when he shut the door. And
There's
then when
no
he went
spare
to get
key?
her out, I don't have a spare key to my car, honestly.
Well, but like I think they didn't care about that baby.
This
They
shit
didn't.
is-
The window, no doubt, bust the window. If the parent cared for it, I'm just saying though.
The GoFundMe site. There's a
I
GoFundMe
wish I
site.
would. GoFundMe? No.
Justice for Saya. Am I pronouncing the child's name right?
I'm
Saya?
not sure. Saya.
Saya. Hello, everyone. My name is Mariah, the mother of Saya Deal. I am raising money to have a memorial service for her. My child was locked in her father's car on Monday night, October 5th, 2020. Any donations will go towards the funeral. I'm a single parent, and getting my princess laid properly means the most to me.
So
I would like to thank each and every person that donated.
Is that going to be declared an accidental death?
Well, he was arrested. He was released on a $20,000 bond, so he did bond out.
Arrested for what?
Child negligence, I believe it
Yeah.
was.
Okay.
Now, here's the other thing.
Wait. But if the cops,
Go ahead.
That might also be technically child endangerment as well.
so
may
the
have been
cops,
both.
Yeah.
the cops eventually broke the window.
Well, that's the question, right? So there were two different sources, two different media outlets, or a few different media outlets reporting different things. So one of them said that the officers were there but didn't break the window because they saw her breathing. The other source said that the brother came after getting a strange phone call from the baby's father. And
the brother of...
The brother of the father.
Okay.
Sorry. Came, and as soon as he got there, he took his shirt off, wrapped it around his hand, and he was ready to punch the window and break it. And his brother, the baby's father, said, "No, don't break the window because I don't have money to fix it." And it was a brand new car he just got.
And that's a part of the report, or just...
This is two different reports from two different media outlets, allegedly based on police reports. So that's like, what police reports do you have, and why are they so different, right? But
Have you seen the police reports?
then no, that neither one of them put it in there.
None of them had the police reports as sources for the public to actually review to see whether what they're saying matches.
None of them. So that's why I'm saying it's all, speculation until you can confirm that. But the second report said that they flagged down an officer at that point at 3:33 in the afternoon, and that officer only waited like a minute or two before breaking the window, and that baby was already passed away. That to me sounds more reasonable than an officer standing there for an hour with a baby locked in a car, refusing to do anything because the father doesn't want to break his window.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about the guy, the father's girlfriend,
Right?
who's calling the locksmith? He's saying, "No, I don't want..." Why doesn't she just say, "Screw this, I'm paying for it. Just come here"?
Good question.
Do you know what I mean?
I totally know what you mean, and I hadn't even thought about that till you said it, but that's a good
Something
point.
isn't right here.
So are you suggesting that both of them knew something happened?
It's
Potentially,
very
allegedly?
fishy.
I think we're suggesting that a bunch of newspaper reporters went out and did a half-assed job on reporting, put out a
Totally
bunch
agree.
of speculation and stuff without any sources, and now people are all stirred up because they're half-informed or misinformed.
And it happens all the
sells.
time.
So they can run all those ads on those news because they're going to get all the clicks.
And to answer your question about the window breaking, honestly, you do not need approval from your sergeant. You just need approval from the owner of that vehicle.
Do you
don't even
even
need
need
that.
their approval?
You
though,
don't
if a
need.
baby's
You
in
need to.
danger?
Well, you need to approve because it is their POV. It's their private vehicle. That's what I've heard most agencies do.
Right,
I
but
mean,
If
but-
you can break a window to let a dog out of the car,
That's what
Now,
I'm saying. I don't
come
need
on.
permission to
It
get a
comes
baby
down to the
out
health
of
and
the
welfare
car.
of the individual.
Oh, that rule where
If
you
the
can...
health and welfare of the individual is at risk, you don't wait on anything.
Can't
Yeah,
imagine
damn right.
there's a
Your
lot-
job is to preserve life.
Can't imagine there's a lot of cops out there who's like, well, I was going to break the window and save the kid, but I couldn't get the guy to sign the form.
Yeah, that doesn't
Just
make
like I
sense.
got off that bike, I'm bop.
And there's so many, and to what Lawyer Wayne said, you're absolutely right. Even if you have a police report, there are so many media outlets that still report so much false or misleading information because just because what a police report says is not necessarily exactly what happened, right? So who knows? But all I do know is that the baby was in the car. By the time the police broke the window and got the baby out, the baby was gone. So lots of questions.
Maybe.
Well, the report says
We don't
the
have an
baby was
autopsy
in
yet.
the baby had was in rigor mortis,
Yeah.
according to the police report.
According to the police report, yeah. The
So
baby was in
that
rigor
article
mortis.
says that the police report says that one of the police officers thought there was rigor mortis. That's not a very good basis.
And you know what? They aren't a medical, but I mean, if the baby's stiff,
I need
Maybe.
an autopsy.
I don't
If-
see them
if.
releasing a police report this soon.
Yeah.
I see them releasing a report saying who, what, when, where, and why, and that's it. All details will go in the investigator report, especially if it just happened
open
on the 5th.
investigation. It
Yeah.
opened on Monday.
They should be able to get the arrest warrant in most. What state was this?
This was
Vegas?
in Nevada.
Who knows what their rules are? But
Las Vegas. Yeah.
now
yeah, it's
They love sending people to prison there.
does a child's body hit rigor mortis faster than a grown person's?
no idea.
What I read, because I was interested in
it all
that too,
did-
is that it
it all
takes 1 to
depends on
2 hours to start rigor mortis. It takes up to 12 to fully be in rigor mortis, regardless of the size of the person.
Well, the car was on and air conditioning on.
Say again?
The car
That-
was on.
Mm-hmm.
Air conditioning.
and that's
running.
carbon.
According
and if it's
to
left
the
on, that's carbon monoxide probably seeping into the car, right?
No,
No, not
No,
outside.
not outside.
No,
It
no,
was outside.
outside.
Okay, I thought he parked it
No.
in the garage and everything
No.
like that.
Would
No,
have
I
made
think
it
it was
colder.
the driveway.
It was the driveway. Okay, I would say different if it was in the garage. Now we got bigger issues.
Let's all agree this shouldn't even be a report.
Report,
Like,
No.
this should have never happened. This
No.
just bust the window and been done with it.
Yep.
I'm having interesting or difficult times right now trying to locate more information on this friggin' story.
I don't see a police report being made public so fast.
Well, it was Monday, so the police report about the arrest certainly would have been
Yeah.
out by now. They
Yeah,
would have
well,
been
yeah.
able to
But it
access
ain't gonna
that.
have no-
But it's
Interesting.
not going to have all the details about what happened to the little girl because, first of all, they're still waiting for an autopsy. That doesn't happen in 2 days.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to stay up to date on this, I don't even want to call it interesting
Horrible
story.
case.
This captivating story. Crime 411. Melissa does a great job on presenting what happened and what the results are. And yeah, so definitely like him on Facebook, subscribe to him on YouTube, and yeah, Crime 411. All the links are in this live video feed because yeah, when it comes out, she'll put it out there.
Yeah.
Nice job, Melissa.
Thank you.
Any other questions about this? Well, yeah,
You got any good news?
I know.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is
Always
terrible,
trying to
Joe.
be a
If you
party
want good
people on
news, go to
Friday.
TKO, right?
Yeah.
Good news? Deal. Coming up.
It's the Joe Padula Show. Bada bing. Clarksville's conversation.